Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and Buddhist meditation. Today is June the 19th, 2019. So we've gone a little bit into the summer now. This is proper summer. Summer's taking over from spring, and it's nice. Okay. Today is Wednesday, also we're midweek, halfway through the week, and it's quite a busy week. Folks, I'm just going to proceed reading Master Sing Yung's Oracle. And for those of you who are sort of new in this, new to my institute, this is my institute, online institute, which is my objective. My objective is to establish an institute first online to try to teach a lot of Nigerians or Nigerian Americans Buddhism, people who are really of my kind. Several African Americans also who have not been exposed to Buddhism, would like to learn Buddhism through these teachings, wonderful teachings, and Chinese too. I've studied both for decades, and my objective is to try to teach it to whosoever will. Okay, and that's the reason why I'm trying to institute it. Okay, I'm trying to work to establish my own institute, which is what you're looking at now on the internet. Establish my institute online and give all these teachings freely, as the Buddha did, as Master Sing Yung does, and all the great Buddhists do. They try to let these, free teachings of all these teachings of Buddhism to whosoever will. Okay, this is important. I'm going to just proceed with the instructions of the Great Master. We start our life being taught by our parents at home. Parents put in all their effort with the hope that their sons or daughters will succeed to become models of accomplishment. In school, teachers to provide us with the morals and knowledge to be wise and noble. As we enter the workforce, co-workers and supervisors give us advice and support us with the hope that we can make steady progress. Okay. We hope, with the hope that we can make steady progress, okay? However, it is insufficient if we always rely on others to educate and help us. We must strengthen ourselves, and the following are some keys for strengthening ourselves, okay? 1, these are the treasures. Self-knowledge helps us to understand propriety. Self-knowledge helps us to understand propriety, okay? It is important for us to know ourselves. Know ourselves. Know ourselves. Okay? Highlight those words. Write them down if you have your pen and paper handy. Okay? Write them down. Know yourself. That has been a great principle from antiquity, a long time ago. To know yourself. Many great philosophers of the past said this is the great goal of life, to know yourself. Okay? Otherwise, the consequences will give us trouble. If we do not know ourselves, we will not see the big picture. We would have no idea of circumstances, causes, and conditions. Moreover, we would not know what others need, nor appreciate propriety. We will not know what others need, okay, nor appreciate propriety. Nor would we know where we are heading, or where we came from. It is neither healthy nor complete. 2, I'm going to the second treasure. We have limited time. Self-respect helps us to resist temptation. People must have self-respect before others respect them. By the same token, people must insult themselves before they are insulted by others. If we are scorned or looked down upon, it is often the result of our own lack of self-respect. According to the saying, the virtuous will not be honored if they lack self-respect. If we do not have self-respect or lack self-control, it will be easy for us to succumb to external temptation and naturally attract unnecessary insults. Therefore, it is imperative to have self-respect. It is imperative to have self-respect. Okay, folks? The third one, self-reliance. Self-reliance helps us to survive independently. Have to be self-reliant, have to go to work. I came from work and started my recording. I couldn't even rest. I just went straight to institute work because I have to. Okay. So sometimes we're under these pressures, you still just proceed. You know, life is like that. You have to do what you have to do. That's the way they say it here. Self-reliance helps us to survive independently. According to the saying, you can rely on a mountain, but it can collapse. You can rely on people, but they will get old. Okay? Though all things arise from the right combination of conditions, we need to bear in mind that they are only supporting ones. We cannot depend solely upon them because worldly matters are impermanent and always subject to change. We need to also rely on ourselves. When we are able to establish ourselves independently, we can be our own master and gain strength. We can take the initiative in doing whatever we want to do. If we cannot even establish ourselves, how then can we help others to do the same? Finally, the last one, okay? Time factor, we have to move fast. Self-confidence helps us to live in ease and peace. There are endless treasures within the gates of confidence. Faith and confidence are indeed our supreme treasures. We need to have faith in ourselves. For this reason, Buddhism places much emphasis on establishing the four incorruptible faiths. Four incorruptible faiths, which include faith in the triple gem, the Four Noble Truths, the way of the teacher, and our true Buddha nature. If we can establish self-confidence, then there is nothing too difficult in the world for us to accomplish. We can go anywhere and be able to get help from all sides. Hence, with self-confidence, we will certainly live in peace and ease. Okay, and then of course, Master Singing does what the Buddha always do, which is to summarize everything we've been talking about for the last 7 minutes. We have to summarize the whole thing now. We must therefore strengthen ourselves and not just rely on others. When we know how to educate ourselves, we will be able to strengthen and establish ourselves. Reflect and meditate on wisdom all the time, everywhere, as much as you can. Namo Amitofo.